Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. But anyway, let me just get down to it. Check out that description while everybody's rolling in real quick. Let me tell you, if you're watching this on a replay, check out the description for me. I got the mud flap app down there. If you buy fuel for your truck, use the mud flap app. Buy it cheaper. I got Twitter now. Check me out on Twitter. That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Just do it. What's everybody doing tonight? Woo, nasty here. Nasty, nasty, nasty weather here. Um, it just is. It just is, man. I'm just telling you. Living in the house already. Dang, man, y'all must be bored. Let me entertain you for a minute, please. I would be so honored if I could entertain you for a minute. Um, Let me get logged in here. Let me do some things. I'm doing it all wrong here, pushing the wrong buttons. You guys ever do that before? Push the wrong buttons. 15 in the house, man. It's coming down pretty good here. We got a little snow action. My front glass is kind of fogged up. I don't think you can see it, but yeah, I guess a little bit there. A little bit there. Let me hit the thumbs up on my own video. Bam, thumbs up my own video. Because, I'm cheesy like that. Because I'm cheesy like that. Let me do a little window cleaning here for you. There we go. That'll fog back up in about a minute. I got a heavy mouth breathing going on here, so forgive me. Forgive me. But yeah, we got a little winter weather action going on here in Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin. Excuse me. Yeah, we're here in Wisconsin. We're here in Wisconsin. It's coming in pretty good. We got a nice little wind. We got some, we got it going on. We got it going on. Um, you know, that's what they do. That's what they do out here. 28 degrees. Let me check this weather real quick. 28 degrees so far. That's what it's saying. 28 degrees, 8 mile an hour wind. Wind chill 20 degrees. It feels about like it. What's we got here? Winter storm warning issued until the 11th at 12 a.m. So that's like midnight, right? That's still midnight. Dang, this be over at midnight. I like that. But anyway, that's what's going on with the weather. I like to give you the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you this. It is kind of a bummer running Reefer. One of the bummers in running Reefer is they don't like it when you show up late. If you're pulling a dry van, you can get over and just pull over and forget about it. With a Reefer, definitely if it's dangerous, just pull over. Ain't no load of cheese or a load of potatoes or whatever. It ain't worth nobody's life. But just remember, you may be paying a late fee if you show up late. 15 in the house, 7 likes. Rick, I got you number 1 on mine. Rick says third. I got you number 1, Rick. Rick, Ian, that'll never focus. Why will a phone not focus on another phone? But I got Rick Ian number 1 in the house. Maxim Raid says first. Yeah, you're first, Maxim Raids. You're the first at not being first. I don't know. I was trying to think of a positive way to spin that, but it is what it is. Appreciate you coming in either way, Maxim Raids. Ralph Floto's in the house. Dang, the Reefer actually kicked on. I'm surprised that thing kicked on. Good evening, everyone. Maxim Raids. Boom. GI Man Transport. No Twitter. Sorry, brother. Yeah, I don't require you to have Twitter. I'll be honest with you. I go on there about once a week, and I just put a link to my video. I don't really do a whole lot over there to productive. I don't do a whole lot of productive over there. Don in the house. What's up, Don? You're not late in my book. You're on time. Wild Bill says, you woke me up. Good. By the time you get up, Wild Bill, you're supposed to be out there being the mayor of Chicago. You should be being the mayor of Chicago at this point. Looks like you got some weather moving your way, Wild Bill. Got some weather coming your way. Um, what it do, Cash Man? Not much, chilling, just chilling. Don said, "Don't forget to like your page." Yeah, I done gave her the old thumbs up. Rick N says, "Yes, I'm bored." Hashtag no cable. That's the way to be, man. Ain't nothing on cable. Ain't nothing on cable. That lady, drawing the biggest crowd on cable, popping zits. That tells me right there, there ain't nothing on there worth watching. If the lady that's getting the best ratings is some lady that pops zits, WTF? Am I right? Am I right? Wild Bill says I have to be at work at 2 a.m. again. Ah, that's a bummer, Wild Bill. That is a bummer. Shoestring Trucker says 10-hour break time from Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah, I pulled it over here. It's not like super bad. Like, like it could still be trucked. Like, I mean, let's face it, this could still be trucked. Um, Let me see if I can get this out of here. I give you a little taste of what's going on out there. That's where we're at right now. Um, that's where we're at right now. It's just like a dusting. You know what I mean? This is nothing. This is nothing. It was freezing rain at the beginning, though. I hate freezing rain. Because it gets like a little ice pellets, and then it forms a nice sheet of ice. My windshield wipers, the arms were like coated in ice. I like that. That always looks cool. Makes them look like they're shiny. Let's see. GI man. Transport says laid up in the truck in Columbus, Ohio. Windows open. Yeah, man. I was over there yesterday enjoying it, and over like that area. Let me tell you, I got about halfway across Wisconsin, and it literally in an hour when this cold weather came across, it literally went from like 48, 49 degrees down to about 32 in about an hour. I mean, it was just like, whoop, there it went. So, no big deal, though. No big deal. Honestly, I'm about as close as I want to be to where I got to deliver in the morning. This is optimal spot. I would have kept going if I had to. Like, you know what I mean? This wasn't enough to put me out of business, but it was also, I'm like 30 minutes from where I got to be in the morning. So, I said I'll get up. I'll give myself about an hour to get over there in the morning. Maybe a little more, depending on. I'll get up and check traffic about 2 hours before I got to be over there. I'll get up and check the traffic. Because I mean, if they clean this stuff up, this won't be nothing. I think this is supposed to stop around midnight, so they should have this. They should have dry roads for me to ride on in the morning. Just in case they drop the ball, though, we'll get up a little early. 19 in the house, 9 likes. Hit that like button for me if you haven't done that already. Thanks everyone for coming in. 19 is a nice little crowd. Appreciate it. Night Ranger says, "What's up, Uncle Cash? Going for a walk in Bloomfield, New Mexico, and listening to you, Grand Poobah." Dang, man, yeah. I wish I was down there with you right now, be honest. It's cold here, man. I got on shorts. I will have on pants in the morning when I get up. But like I started my day, it was like, where did I start the day at? Oh, I was down there like at the Illinois-Wisconsin line. It was nice and warm. It was like 60 degrees this morning. Yeah, no, it's going to be like 20 degrees in the morning here. That's why I seen they were salting the roads pretty heavy already, scraping things. I think as long as they stay on top of this, we'll be all right. Because this is one of those, like, if they just let this go, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Because it's like frozen rain underneath. It's like ice underneath. It's kind of falling kind of like ice pellets right now, but should be good. Should be good to go. I'm not afraid of it. Maybe they'll have it fixed in the morning. Anthony Drummond says, "What's up, driver? About to get this money. I feel like I'm in prison at UPS, almost in peak season. Now they want to watch everything we do. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Make that money though. Don't give up on that UPS money. That's that big money." Sorry, it's a little dry in here. I was running the heat. I was running the heater before I was running that heater before I pulled in here. I was trying to keep the windshield from freezing over because it was coming down pretty good. And I just don't want my wipers freezing up on me. Um, I don't think I have the winter fluid in there. I think I got the regular fluid. I got a bottle of alcohol I need to pour in there. I buy me a bottle of rubbing alcohol because in Minnesota, like you put that, you can't find the winter version. I don't use a lot of windshield wiper fluid in the summer. Funny enough, I only use it in the winter. Um, but I do occasionally use it in the summer. Um, but I rarely use it to try to get bugs off the windshield because it just doesn't work that well. Honestly, you got to get out with the scrubber and scrub these. You got to scrub these Midwest bugs off with a something a little stronger than a windshield wiper. But like if not to be too, if something hits the windshield and it's like right in front of me, I will use the wiper fluid to get that off immediately. But like running through Iowa in the middle of the night, and you catch 9 million bugs, the windshield wiper fluid is doing nothing to that. Um, so I got to pour some alcohol in there. I think I got the summer blend in there. I've been trying to use it up. Uh, I don't know. I bet if I went and bought the winter blend right now, they got the winter blend out now. I could probably pour that in there, and it'd probably be good enough to get me like into winter. But once winter hits, like up here, you got to have that -35 stuff. That even I've even had the -20 stuff freeze on me before. So you really got to have that Rain-X. I think Rain-X makes a -35 degrees. That's the stuff you get right there. That stuff is my jam. Um, let's see what we got going on here. I need to get the electric windshield wipers put on this truck. Yeah, that's money. That is money. Let's see, where was I at? Dale says, "Hey, Cash, what's up? Not much, man. Chilling here, watching the snowfall, watching the snowfall in Wisconsin." Let's see here. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? Rick N. It's called sarcasm on the third. All right, Rick. I don't pick up on sarcasm via text. You know what I mean? Like sarcasm's a hard thing to convey via text. I've learned that the hard way with my old lady. Like you just text what you got to text. Don't try to be funny. Don't try to be smart. Don't like when you're texting your old lady. Just text what you got to say because boy, that can get out of hand real quick. Oh wait. Jokes, the timing of a joke doesn't come over via text message sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maxim Raid says, "Hi, Cash." Rick N says, "The second I buy a truck, I'm getting direct TV. Hashtag write off." Yeah, sure. Load it up. Load it up. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I find TV, cable, I find all of it to be pretty contrived these days. I don't know. It's not for me, I guess, anymore. Not for me anymore. Looks like I got a little bit of a water leak there on the windshield. That's those stupid marker lights above the Freightliner windshield. Why couldn't they design those better? I got to get me some Flex Seal tape to go up there. They got silicone on them. The bumps and the rattling, it just water finds a way. Water finds a way. Let's see what we got up here. Is my towel there wet? Yeah, that towel there is wet. Yeah. Yeah, we was in some heavy rain today. That thing got wet. That thing got wet. Doggone it. Let's see where we at. ISX Cummins 565. Thanks for coming in, brother. Says hello, everyone. Everybody go check out that channel. That's a good channel. Anthony Drummond says it is time to put the treatment in the fuel tanks. Probably not at these temperatures, I wouldn't think. And if you buy your fuel, I buy most of my fuel in Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Once the temperature gets down there, they put it in there. They put it in the tanks. You don't have to buy that stuff. The only time you really need to buy that stuff is if you're going from the south. Like if you bought fuel in, Mississippi and you're coming up to Minnesota and you got enough fuel to get you there and you're going to show up with a half a tank of Mississippi fuel in Minnesota, yeah, treat that stuff, because they don't treat it down there. But up here they treat it in the tank. You know, you're buying treated fuel. Uh, I buy a lot of fuel over there at the well, I don't not as much anymore. It's a better deal in Illinois right now, but I used to buy more over here at the North Point Travel Plaza. And that boy that owns that place, he's got that fuel treated to negative 20 degrees. So, you know, you're pretty much good to go if you buy that stuff. I don't think it's that cold. I mean, you know, I really don't mess with it till it gets down to, you know, uh, I don't know. It needs to get down like in the teens, like 20 degrees or less. It's about when I start thinking about it. And like I said, if I buy my fuel in Illinois or somewhere, you know, I don't worry about it too much. Um, yeah. So yeah, not too much to mess with on that just yet. Wild Bill says it's still 49, but it's going to drop to 34, and the high temp tomorrow is 43. Yeah, that's the way it is here, man. It was nice and warm, and then all of a sudden it wasn't nice and warm. Rick Ian says, when has the weather person ever been right? Yeah, they miss it quite a bit, man. Maxim Ray says, yo, check out Cash. And Anthony, my maintenance guy, says, don't put anti-gel in tanks. He says, loves TA, etc. Already have winter blend fuel, and we run our trucks 15 and below anyways. Yeah, I'm good to about 5 degrees. When it gets down to like single digits, I think about, yeah, it's time to just run the truck. Um, you know, that's kind of how I look at it. When we hit single digits, I'm running it. Now I will say this: that bunk heater I got, if you close these front curtains and you close these middle curtains, that bunk heater will keep you warm and toasty to about zero. I had a couple times last year where the temperature kind of dropped more than it was, forecast. Like I looked at the forecast and it was supposed to get down to like 10, and I was like, "I'll be cool. I'll just do the bunk heater," you know. And I woke up and it was like, 2 degrees, 1 degree outside, and it was still warm back there. Um, so yeah. Um, Maxim Raids, what you think, Cash? Yeah, that's a good plan. I mean, like I said, once they winter blend the fuel, man, you're good to. You just got to watch where you buy it. Like if you buy it in Tennessee, they don't run a heavy winter blend down there. They don't have to. Um, you know, I anti-gel some. I mean, if it's negative 15, negative 20 degrees outside, I'll buy winter blend, and I'll treat it. I'll double it up. I'll treat it as well, because I ain't got time to mess with gelled fuel. Um, so yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what this guy's doing over here. Keeps pulling up, bagging up, pulling up, bagging up. We're in a rest area, so I mean, come on. Let's see. Wild Bill says, I put rubbing alcohol in my Windex bottle to keep it from freezing overnight in my vehicle. Yeah, there you go. Biscuit C says, I'm glad to be running flatbed down south right now. Yeah, no doubt. Maxim Raid says, have you ever seen someone pull a fifth wheel lever? I wonder how often this might happen. I check it every morning. Yeah, I mean, I've heard stories of it. I've never seen it happen personally. Um, you know, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm sure it happens somewhere along the way, but, um, you know, just never know. Just never know. George Wilson in the house. What's up? There's an active tornado watch in northern Illinois. All right. Yeah, there was some crazy weather going on. The ice pellets are hitting the windshield now. We got ice pellets hitting the windshield now. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'm assuming that guy's gonna sit there with his headlights on all night to keep his headlights from freezing over. I don't know. Is that what he's doing? Somebody let me know the theory behind that. Is there a theory behind that? I don't let it get to me too much, the winter weather. You know what I mean? Like, number one, like, this ain't even close to being winter yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, winter is when it's like, you know, like deathly cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're out there more than an hour, you're dead. You know, that's winter to me. Um, it wasn't always that way. Let me tell you, moving to Minnesota really changed my idea of what winter is. Um, Rick Ian says it's a beacon for the lizards. Yeah, must be. Must be. I don't know. I don't think you get many lot lizards in the rest areas in Wisconsin. I stay at them quite a bit. I've never experienced any lizards here. How far north are you, Cash? I'm up there, man. I'm up there. I'm almost to Minnesota. I'm almost to Minnesota. Alexandra says my ex was really bad about pulling folks' fifth wheels handles. All right, yeah, I would have took a shovel handle to him. Uh, you know what I mean? Like, just gonna say it, just gonna put it out there. You get anywhere near my fifth wheel, and yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get demonetized. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, that's one of those things right there. If you pull someone's fifth wheel handle, you deserve everything you get, either via what they do to you or karma. You know, I'm not a big fan. I don't know if I really believe in karma. You know, I think about it. I'm like, it don't really. It really don't jive with what I think. You know, um, I've got a whole theory. Don't get me wrong. Uh, as far as morals and all that goes, I got a real belief, and it's original. I've never heard anyone else say anything like it, and I've thought it through so many different layers in so many different ways. I think I figured it out, but I'll share it one day. Probably not today, but yeah. Like I said, karma. I don't know. I just don't think the universe is gonna change anything. You know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, yeah. I think you know when you do wrong. I think you know when you do right, and that's all. That's all you need to know. Even people who like say, like some, psychopath. Eh, I still know. I still believe they know when they do wrong and they do right. They're better at overlooking it. That type of thing. Yeah, it looks like our flakes are getting a little bit bigger, which is a good sign. I heard an old timer up here tell me one time, when the flakes are big, probably not going to get much. When the flakes are small, that's when you need to start worrying. So yeah, and it's held true. Like every time it snowed since that guy told me that, I kind of watch it. I'm like, yeah, when he's got them tiny little flakes, but there's like a billion million of them, like that's when it accumulates. When you get those big fluffy snowflakes, they look pretty for about an hour or two, and then they stop. Um, you know, seems to be somewhat correct. Um, let's see. Um, where we at? Beacon. Yeah, X is a jerk. Yeah, you gotta watch that, man. Pulling people's fifth wheels is not good. George Wilson says, what do you think about adding 5 gallons of premium gasoline in each saddle tank? Uh, yeah, no, I probably would not put gasoline in there. No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Yeah. Plus it'd be a pain in the ass getting 5 gallons of gas. You know what I mean? Like, well, you got to fill a jug up, and then you got to walk it back to the truck, and then you got to fill it up because you can't pull around to the gas tanks. Um, Alexandra, LOL week. I sleep with my window open in winter. Woo, there you go. H-E, wah, wake up with your ears frozen. Ricky Ann says, I'm assuming what you won't say is Cash will curb stomp the person who pulls his fifth wheel. Yeah, man. I mean, like, that's next level stuff right there. You could kill somebody doing that. You know what I mean? Because you get a good heavy trailer, and it might not fall off right off the bat. You may get out on the highway and that son of a bitch fall off going down. Like you may get it up to speed. You may be doing 65, 70 mile an hour and hit a bump, and all of a sudden, bam, your trailer's gone. You can take out a lot of people doing mess like that. So yeah, I don't play that. That's because I really look at this. All right, trucking is pretty daggum simple. You back into a dock, they load some stuff onto a trailer, you drive it to where it goes, you don't hit anything in between, you bump another dock, they take it off. If you got more stops, you go do those, it's over. Like, there shouldn't be, there shouldn't be people dying because of trucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of a little weird to me that you know these people do these things that are just completely crazy out here. Let's see. I used to keep pressure against the pin when I park. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Give her a little tug before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? When you go to park, pop your brakes, pull forward a little bit. Just put a little tension on it. Yeah, putting gas in there. Yeah, I know. It's just. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just. It's a hassle. I used to keep pressure. Yeah. Alexander says yes, he is. That's why we're no longer together. Yeah, no doubt. Uh, did somebody hit him with a shovel? I would imagine what happened there. Yeah, putting gas in the fuel tank's old trucker thing. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would definitely not do that these days with these freaking emission systems on here. Oh Lord, like you was to run gasoline through there, that thing would probably catch on fire and like burn your truck down. But no, I mean anti-gel is okay. I put a little anti-gel in there. You know, I do it that way. Seems to work okay. Seems to work okay. What in the heck is this? That is someone that has went in the wrong way to the rest area, and now they're going backwards through the rest area. Because they're not. I mean, maybe there was like snow on the sign. Maybe they couldn't see the sign that said cars go this way, trucks go this way, or something. I see that a lot. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say there was snow on the sign, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Most people just ain't paying attention, but I give them benefit of the doubt. We'll just for now, we'll say, let's see here. Where are we at? Joshua Knight, good evening, Cash and everyone. Got my first deer on 70 coming into Ohio from West Virginia last night. Truck is missing an eye. Looks to need a hood as well. Be safe, everyone. There goes the car. He still ain't figured out how he gets over there. There he goes. Yeah, man. Yeah, be careful with those deer. Watch out for those deer, man. I had one the other night scare the living heck out of me, man. I'm trying to think of where I was at. I think I was coming into Ohio from Pennsylvania, and I was coming into Ohio from Pennsylvania, and what had happened was I was coming around a ramp. Like, you know how when you go to get on the turnpike, they make you, go over here, do a loop, then come back, do a loop, and then the ramp's over here, and you got, because, they want to make sure no one can get around that toll. That's what they want. They want to make sure no one gets around the toll. So what they do is, they design that like that. But anyway, moral of the story is I was coming around one of those loops, and boy, there was a deer standing right on the white line. I mean, that was a joker. It was right on that white line. Big old deer. Scared the living heck out of me, that's for sure. Sorry. Stuck my foot in water down there. Dadgummit. It's no fun. It's no fun. Got my socks wet, dang it. Let's see what everybody's up to. Active tornado. Boy, I'm way behind on this phone. Let's go back to this other phone. This other phone seems to be the way to do it. It jumps around a little bit, I will say that. It says, putting gas in, got my first deer. That's rough, man. That sucks. Man, the deer have been on the move. Yeah, this cold, like wet winter, cold, wet start to winter has really got the deer up and moving. Let's see. Alexander says, no, he lives in Atlanta and didn't want to come visit me in Wisconsin and got really mean about it. Yeah. Well, there you go. Wild Bill says, far north. How far north are you? Like almost to Minnesota. Let's see. On what am I on? 94? Yeah, 90. Yeah, 94. Almost to Minneapolis. Almost in Minneapolis. Let's see. Joshua Knight says, yeah, right after the 5% grades, same spots. Yeah. Yeah, I was coming in on I was on 80 there. Right before you get on coming out of Pennsylvania. Coming out of Pennsylvania onto the Ohio turnpikes where I saw that one. So but yeah, almost got me one. Almost got me one. Scared the heck out of me. And the thing of it was, I stopped right after that because I was kind of getting a little sleepy or whatever. Yeah, I was getting a little sleepy, and all of a sudden, like, it woke me the hell up. I'll tell you that right now. I was just going around that curve, and I seen something move, and that's what caught my attention. But it was like, if it would have ran out in front of me, I would have hit it. There was no way. I mean, it was like right there. And the reason I didn't see it is because I was turning to the left and it was on the right. So my headlights were kind of pointed, going left, not straight ahead. And yeah. That deer made me almost jump out of the seat. Let's see. Oh man, what am I doing over here? What are we doing? Let's see. But yeah, that sucks, man. Sorry about your truck. That's a bummer. Got to get those deer whistles, man. I don't know if they work or not, but I've always had them on, Storm Trucking says, what's up, Cash? Not much. Sitting here with wet socks. The snow melted off my shoes and stuck my foot in it. So, you have those days, right? Some days you step in it. We're talking about water. Ice and water here. That's what we're talking about. Storm Trucking says, Blue Mountains in Oregon finally got some snow on them. All right. I mean, is that a good thing? Are we going skiing or snowboarding or something like that? Let's see. Wild Bill says we are not expecting any snow in Chicago. Yeah, this weather is going it's almost going straight north. It looks like it's heading for Duluth up that area, but it's coming through Minnesota and the western side of Wisconsin right now. I think it's supposed to snow for a couple hours. It's not supposed to be too crazy, I guess. Not supposed to be too crazy. It's still a going out there. But you can see it's not really accumulating to anything. Let me readjust this here. I'm trying to get used to this new phone mount. I do like it. I can kind of adjust it while I'm on, I can move it around more. I like that because that other one, as soon as I moved it, it come unstuck from the window and fell and broke my phone. Let's see. Yeah, I'm past Marston. Biscuit C, Wild Bill, stop yelling. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Yeah, he's always been caps lock as long as I've known Wild Bill. It's one of those signature moves, you know what I mean? It's like once you get to know that that's all he does, it's like, hey, that's what Wild Bill does, you know what I mean? Like uh Freight Trucking says hello all, had the day off. That's nice. That's nice. Chilling. Wild Bill says sorry Biscuit C, it's easier to touch the letters. Yeah, no doubt. Biscuit C, just kidding with you, yeah. Yeah, those are two good guys right there. I don't think they would really get at each other. Storm Trucking says, nah, less people driving at night when the snow's out makes it easier for trucking. All right, there you go. There you go. It's an angle. That's an angle. It is true, though. You know, like, that is one thing I've noticed, like, especially around Minneapolis, is when it snows a little bit, it really cuts down the traffic. Now, given, you know, the people that are out are driving like mad, you know, they're driving like they got nothing to lose. Scariest thing I ever saw, well, not the scariest thing I ever saw. One of the scariest things I ever saw was a guy, and like everybody on the freeway was going like 20 mile an hour. Cause I mean, it was like icy out. You know what I'm saying? Like the DOT was pouring salt like you wouldn't believe. And a guy in a little Toyota Corolla or something, bald ass tires, was going like 65 down the freeway. Oh my god. Yeah, it didn't end well for him. Didn't end well. Yeah, that was a rough day, man. I seen a lot of cars in the ditch that day. That was just one of those days, man. It was just one of those days. You know, like they just didn't do a good job cleaning up that one area. There was like a 10-mile stretch of highway that was just solid sheet of ice. I'm surprised there's not more drivers coming in here. You know, I guess the freeway's in pretty good shape. The snow plows were out when I was coming through, so I guess the freeways are in good shape. You know, like I guess nobody wants to park here at the rest area. It is 7 o'clock here, so yeah, you would think people would be riding in by now. I kind of parked in an area of the rest area where you know, I got a pretty clean shot to the exit in the morning, so you know, I kind of think I can just get up about probably get up about 5 o'clock and just tear out of here. I got to be over there where I got to be between 6 and 9 o'clock in the morning. They got me a little window there. I got to be there, so. But I want to be there early because I got a second stop over on the other side of Minneapolis. Let's see here. Wild Bill says, in case that God, let me learn how to read. Sorry about that, Wild Bill. In that case, shut up. Ha ha ha. I get that a lot. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let's see. Freight trucking. Large Marge gave me a ride once. Scariest thing I ever seen. Ouch. You talking about a ride in the bunk? Oh, yeah. Let's see. My rant for the day is slow truck drivers all riding in the middle lane when there's not any traffic or anything. I don't understand it. That kills me, man. Oh, that kills me. I was coming across Wisconsin the other night going up to Minneapolis, and there was a dude in the middle lane, you know, holding steady at about 57, 58 miles an hour, and he was backing up traffic like you would not believe. Oh, it made me so mad. Like, there's nothing you can do about it because they're too stupid to realize what they're doing. You know, they're either too stupid or they're too selfish. There's one of the two, and it's probably both, honestly. Yeah, if there's nothing on your right, a good indication it's time to get over is when you start getting passed on both sides. You know, you're obviously not flowing with traffic. You're impeding traffic. And, yeah, no. Don't even get me started, man. Got to take my blood pressure medication again. Oh, me. Where was we at? Anthony Drummond says you should have came to PA. It was 75 degrees. It broke a record. Yeah, I was out there. I was out there Saturday and Sunday. I was in Pennsylvania. Very nice weather. Very nice weather. Yeah, there was a lot of places broke records today. I seen that on the Weather Channel. When I was in a truck stop, I seen it on the Weather Channel this morning or last night, or I can't remember when it was. It all runs together at this point. It all runs together. Let's see. Biscuit Prime does that so they don't have to move over. Yeah, you know, but there comes a time when you gotta move your butt over. You know, it's like I kind of get it if it's like if you're flowing with traffic and there's like afternoon rush hour and every exit there's like 40 cars coming on. Hey, okay, get in the middle lane, do what you got to do, but keep up with traffic at least. What kills me is when you're out here like in Madison, you know, where there's like no traffic, and there'll be some guy in the middle lane just, you know, with his headphones in. Like I don't think a lot of drivers realize it's illegal to drive with headphones in both ears. You can have it in one ear, but you can't have both ears plugged. I see that a lot, man. I see that a lot. Let's see. Where was we at? I'm going to say 80% of truck drivers do it. Yeah, it happens a lot, man. Go through Chicago. Go down like 294. Every single guy in a freaking truck is in that wrong lane. He needs to be over one. Move over one. There'll be like 10 trucks in a row passing one guy, and they'll be in the right lane. He'll be one lane in. And then there'll be people on the other side passing the same guy where you're not supposed to be. So those guys force you to either pass them on the right or illegally pass them in the left lane. That's what really makes me mad, because I got a ticket one time for that, for passing in the left lane when it was trucks, right, 2 lanes only. And I tried to tell the cop, well, you know, maybe write those other 2 jackasses a ticket for impeding traffic for the last 10 miles, and I wouldn't have been passing in the left lane. You know, he didn't want to hear it. You know, most cops don't want to hear legitimate arguments. Those state troopers that write those tickets, you know, those traffic cops, man, they want to make that quota. And I have respect for cops, but at the same time, when you see me passing in the left lane and there's 2 trucks door to door in the right lane, you know, maybe, just maybe, do the right thing and pull over one of those jackasses. Pull that guy over in the middle lane that's holding up traffic. How about that? We'll see where I'm at. Carlos Danger in the house. What's up, Carlos? Says, what's up, Cash? See, you guys got the snow. We got the rain last night from that storm. All right, yeah, this moved up. It looked like it came up from like Iowa. I was in a rainstorm all day that was coming across, you know, like Wisconsin and Illinois. It came across Minnesota. Then it, you know, went across. There's a big long storm that moved across. I was in that all day, and then by the end of the day, I got into this storm. So I'm like, yeah, okay, there we go. Made it out of one storm into the other. I did it. Congratulations, me. Biscuit C says 5758 had to be a Raider driver. Yeah. No, he was in a big, nice, fancy truck, just putting along. You know, I don't know what company he worked for. Yeah, he was annoying the hell out of me though, because you know, it's like, I don't want to pass you on the right, but I'm legally not allowed in the left lane. So yeah, it was annoying, man. It was, yeah. Jerome Jones says, big money, I'm late to the party. Yeah, man, you still good. We're kicking ass over here. We're 30 in the house, 23 likes. We're doing it real big. Captain Flatbed made it in. What's up, Captain Flatbed? Not much. Chilling, enjoying our snow we're getting here. Still coming down pretty good, it looks like. Still coming down pretty good. Looks a little windy out there, don't it? Looks cold. This looks cold. I got the bunk heater going back there, but I got the curtain closed. That's not very smart. Oh yeah, I can feel the heat as soon as I crack the curtain. I can feel the heat coming out. There we go. There we go. That's the way I need it. A little heat up here. Let's see, where are we at? Impeding traffic. Yeah, that's what those guys do. Flatbed, you were late. Yeah, we'll let him slide this time. He's a moderator, you know what I mean? Moderators can come in when they want to. Storm Trucking says that was smart trucking. Recommend for a new guy to do. Okay, if you're cruising through a city because traffic coming on and off, but not on the open road. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. And if you're going to do it in the city, at least try to keep up with traffic. Don't just get in the left lane and put along. Try to keep up with everybody. Speed limit, flow of traffic. I'm not telling you to speed, but try to keep up. Just try to keep up. I know it's tough sometimes, especially some of these big cities, like Atlanta. You know what I mean? Hell, they might be doing 80 mile an hour through there certain times of the day. Nashville's the same way. That's why it's always backed up, because people trying to do 80 and then they run into each other. But yeah, that's kind of how I see it. It's safer to not be moving over and moving back over, moving over, moving back over. So if you're in the city, like I said, I get it. If there's an exit every mile, but when you get out here in Wisconsin, like there's signs that say like next exit 9 miles, next exit 7 miles. You got time to get over, and trust me, there ain't nothing coming off. There ain't nothing coming on those exits because they're out in the middle of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like certain times of day there might be, but this was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Let's see. Biscuit C, yes, I agree. Biscuit C says, I'll do it sometimes in a city with exits left and right, and not sure which lane goes where, so I'll be halfway to the other side. Yeah, that's a good move too. Like kind of stay in the middle a little bit. Give yourself some options as far as, I recommend a good GPS for that too. Get one that does the lane thing, that tells you what lane you should be in. Like, and like on mine, like say it's 4 lanes and I need to be in the right 2 lanes, it'll tell me like, it'll show 4 little arrows, and then it'll have, these 2 will be black and these 2 will be green, like go that way. So, a good GPS will make you look like a better driver, let me tell you. It'll tell you what's going on before you ever get there. Let's see. Paul Harris in the house. What's up, Paul? Says, hey there. Yeah, we're chilling. We're watching it snow. Let it snow, let it snow. I'm sorry, I sung a Christmas song. As long as it ain't that Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton, am I right? I don't know if you guys go in Loves much, but God almighty, it's like the only song they play in the winters, that freaking Dolly Parton Hard Candy Christmas. I'm like, I bet I've already heard that song 50 times this year. I'm over it already. Respected Dolly Parton, she's like the Dalai Lama. She's the Dalai Lama of country music. But boy, that song seems like there wasn't much effort put into that song. But no disrespect to Dolly, but yeah, Loves, come on, stop playing that song, please. Let's see. Boy, this thing jumps around so much. Come on, man. Captain Flatbed, yeah, been a stupid long day, expensive permit day. Uh-oh. Permits usually mean money. Like there's certain things, certain things you gotta spend money on. Permits is one of them, brother. I mean, not me, but like, people getting money like you, yeah, they gotta buy them permits. Storm Trucker says exactly, Biscuit. In that case, definitely safer to just stay in the middle. Yeah, that's right. Eric, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming in. He says, sup, Cash? Not much. Having trouble talking, apparently, and reading. Normal day for me. Paul Harris says, yuck, snow. Yeah, man, it's we getting a little bit of it. It's supposed to end around midnight, so maybe about 5, 6 o'clock when I leave out of here, we be on dry roads, hot rodding across town. Trucking on 95 says, I saw you enjoyed your stay at the Loves in Hamburg the other day. Place is chaos 24/7. I almost stopped there the same day, but decided to stay at the Rudders on 61 instead. How are those Rudders, man? I see those things. I go over there, I go over there a few times a year. I get off in that Allentown area a few times a year. I see those Rudders, man. I see those Rudders. There's one on, because I'm cheap and I dodge. I don't go down the toll road. I go across 80, and then I take like 22 or 322 or something like that down to 99, and then take 99 to something else. I don't know. I take a really stupid route to avoid paying that toll. I often wonder, is it worth it? But man, that Pennsylvania toll road ain't playing, man. $105 to go across the short way. 105 on the short route. Am I right? Let's see. But yeah, I've been meaning to check out those Rudders. I'm just always in such a god doggone hurry when I get over in there. I'm always behind over there, man. I don't know what it is about that area. Like, of course, you lose an hour because I'm going from Central to Eastern. But I don't know. Seems like they booked the loads really tight going in there. Let's see here. Rick Ian says, dude's lights are off. What? Oh, yeah, he must have realized his lights were on. I thought he was going to leave them on all night. Good observation, Rick. Rick's a sharp dude, man. I can tell. I can tell by the comments Rick leaves. He's on point. Jerome Jones says in Texas you can keep that snow. Yeah, no doubt, man. One of the least parts that I like about winter is the snow. I love the snow, actually. No, wait. I'm confused. Let me think for a minute. I like looking at it. I hate shoveling it. I hate driving in it. We're doing pros and cons on snow here. Snowball fights. Yeah, I usually lose those, so I'm going to con on that too. It seems like everybody just gangs up on me, and I lose. And I end up with snow down my collar. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't like snow for that reason. I like building snowmen. That's always fun. But yeah, I think I'm like 50-50 on snow. As long as they keep the roads clean, I'm okay with it. But other than that, yeah, not a huge fan of it. Where are we at? Dude's lights are off. Yep, for sure. Carlos Danger. Do you know anything about Crete? Here's what I know about Crete. I think they require 6 months of experience, and that's about it. I mean, honestly, I just don't know a lot about Crete. Honestly, man. I do not know a lot about Crete. Trucking on 95 says I've heard Crete is relatively decent, but don't know any facts myself. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. A company that does require like time like that, I do feel like they're typically better companies. Like when a company requires 1 year of experience, they're typically a better company, like, because that works both ways. You got to think of it like this. Companies that hire rookies and people fresh out of school, they get done dirty by those people. Whether those people know they're doing them dirty or not, they just do, because those people don't know what they want to do. They're fresh, they're new to the industry, so they tear up equipment, so those companies are typically, they don't pay good, they don't have good benefits, because everybody comes and goes, they tear up stuff, they leave. As soon as they get a little experience, they go somewhere that pays better. So if you can get onto a company that's not a training company, you typically do a little better. But I don't really know much about Crete. They're based in Lincoln, Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere out there. They own Schaefer Refrigerated. They own Hunt Flatbed. Little stuff like that. Let's do a Google search on Crete carriers. Creed carriers. Okay, here we go. Here's an ad. Let's click their ad and see what their ad says. Now remember, this is an ad. I'm reading an ad. So, make of that what you will. It says, what can you expect as a CDL truck driver? Starting pay 53 to 59 cents per mile. Practical miles. Woo, that's a good one right there. I like that, man. I like that. That's pretty good. That's a good rate. That's a good rate. You got to admit, practical miles to be at 53 to 59 cents. Pretty doggone good. 50% of their 50% average over 80,000 a year. I know Crete runs the Walmart in Mankato. They pull the refrigerated loads to the stores, and usually they don't do much backhaul. They just deadhead back. Those guys make on average $77,000 a year doing that, and they're home multiple times a week. So that's not bad. That's not bad to be like a very regional driver out of Walmart down there. And I've talked to those guys. They say it's really easy. You bump the dock with the trailer. The Walmart associate pulls it off. It's a pallet count. It's not like a part count. They don't count every single box. They count 1 pallet, 2 pallet, 3 pallet, 4 pallet, 5 pallet. Bam, you're on to the next one. Like you might do 2, 3, 4 stores on a trailer, and then the majority of the time they say you run that trailer straight back to Walmart. So not bad for 77,000 a year with benefits. You gotta say that. Profit sharing contribute $12. Oh, let's see. Profit sharing contributed 12 million toward employee profit sharing in 2019. I've seen a lot of companies going toward this profit sharing. Um, I like it. I don't like it. I like it because if everybody would work hard and be efficient, there'd be a lot of profit to share. But at the same time, your profit kind of depends on what everybody else is doing. So, kind of yes and no. Guaranteed detention pay. Woo, that sounds good. Guaranteed detention pay. Man, I gotta be honest with you. This is Schaefer, by the way. Um, I clicked on Drive Schaefer. Schaefer Trucking. Man, this sounds pretty doggone good. I gotta tell you. I mean, I'm just saying. Guaranteed detention pay, days on the road, 12 to 21 days, home time, 1 day off for every 6 days out. That's pretty good too. Most companies are like 1 for 7, so this is 1 for 6. Average equipment 2 years old, dedicated dispatch, health care from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, dental vision, 401k, pet policy, 2 dogs or cats, not bad, no cost rider program, increased cruise speed, paid orientation, leading industry CSA scores, top pay certified carrier, safe driver productivity. Here's what they require: valid CDLA, 1 year. They require 1 year verifiable tractor trailer experience, has passed the required company DOT drug test, company in truck driving test, and otherwise meets DOT requirements. Stable work history, has attained the minimum age of 22 years old. No DUIs or positive drug screens in the past 3 years. Able to perform functions set forth in the job description. Schaefer Trucking also accepts qualified student drivers who have successfully completed school at an approved school. Hell to the yeah. Let me tell you right now. I think I just found out who I'm going to start telling everybody to go to fresh out of school. Call Schaefer. Like, that's a pretty good deal, man. Like, I mean, that's a fair deal. Practical miles, 53 to 59 cents. I don't know. You could do worse. I promise you, you could do worse. I would do that before I went to Prime. Let me see. Did I just piss everybody off reading that? Everyone will soon learn that, I'm third generation, don't give an F. Can't complain about their speed. My company is the same. Yeah. Creek gets on down the road, don't they? I don't know. Let me go back and see. Where the heck was that? Rick Ian says, I've heard Creek sucks. And, you know, I said this earlier today, there's two people, and I got this from this guy Trucks, and it is so true. Two people. You can take two different people. They could go to the same orientation at the same trucking company, get the same dispatcher, go to work, and have two totally different experiences. One guy can love it, and one guy can hate it. I will tell you this. Like, if you can get on at Schaefer straight out of school, go there. Do it. That's a good deal. Like, I ain't saying it's the greatest deal. That's a solid deal. That's a solid deal. Let's see. Google Crete, then read its reviews on Google. It will give you a good idea. Yeah, I mean, they're a huge fleet. Don't get me wrong. They're a huge fleet. So they're going to have bad reviews. I think it would depend on where you're at in your career. But yeah, let me run through some comments and then I'll go back and check Crete. I put in Crete, but it gave me a Schaefer ad. So, Trucking on 95 says, Rick, what's some of the negative stuff you've heard? Crete, slow trucks, crappy pay, but that's what I've seen, read, and heard. Yeah, no, Crete trucks, I've seen Crete trucks do like 63. I've seen some Crete trucks doing 65, 60, like they're mid 60s. You know, like that's fine with me. You'll learn after you've been driving a truck long enough that anything over 65 and you are working, like you'll be out in the left lane trying to pass, you'll be out in the left lane trying to, pass, name a big fleet. You'll be out there trying to pass them. If you're going 66, I've noticed like 66, 67 is a misery speed for me. You're constantly passing a Schneider. You're constantly trying to pass somebody. You're holding up the left lane. I'd rather just go 63 and stay in the right lane. Honest to God. It's so much less stress. And at the end of the day, what did you lose? 25, 30 miles? Yeah, I don't know. And if that pay is true, 53, if they start you out at 53 to 59 cents a mile, at practical miles, that's really good pay. That's really good pay. For 1 year experience. I'm not saying if you've been at it for 10 years, that may not be the best, but, that sounds pretty doggone good. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says, I've been headed back to Montana next week. All right, maybe the weather will be good for you, Captain Flatbed. Paul Harris says, when driving door with another driver, take a break, stop for a coffee, or even stop and go to a rest area. When driving door to door. Yeah. No, I get you, man. Like, I have an ungoverned truck. I can go whatever speed I want in this truck. And let me tell you, if a guy is passing me and I know he's in a governed truck, if he's going 67, 68 miles an hour and I'm going 66, I will drop that cruise down a couple mile an hour and let him go on. There is no reason to be riding door to door holding up the left lane like that. And I don't blame the guy. If he's got 2 or 3 mile an hour on me, he's got it on me. I let him go on. You know what I mean? Like, I got nothing to prove out here. And it's so funny when you have a governed truck, you have that mindset of, I'll pass anybody if I've got a half a mile an hour on them. The hell with if I'm in the hills, the hell with, if it's raining, like, to me, a governed truck creates a dangerous mindset. Now, the alternative is you ungovern all trucks, and that's an even more dangerous, mindset. So, there's no good solution to it. But yeah, it's tough. I agree, Paul. If you're door to door with somebody, drop your cruise down and let them go on. You know, like, and if you're in the right lane, you know, kind of watch what the truck in front of you is doing. You know, if you're heavy and you notice he slows down when he goes up a hill, you know you're both heavy. You know, try not to pass him on a hill. You know, like, or if you notice he doesn't slow down on the hills and you do, definitely don't try to pass him on a hill. You know, there's just a few things, you know, you got to watch for, little signs of, you know, when it's a good time to pass. But yeah, definitely drop that cruise down, let them go on. Let's see, I heart in the house is how pretty. I love snow if not driving in it. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I love when I'm sitting at the house looking out the window going, "Ooh, isn't that pretty?" You know. But when I'm looking out my windshield and it's not as pretty out my windshield for some reason. You know, it must be a different type of glass, right? Let's see. Trucking 095 says, can't complain about their speed. My company's the same, yeah. Storm Trucking says, get ready for the snow. We're having snowstorm up here. You'll probably be okay though, yeah. We'll deal with it. Alexandra says, I'm sick of Christmas music already. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you, man. That freaking hard candy Christmas at Love's. I swear to God, I've been in like 3 Loves in the last 2 days. And as soon as I open the door and walk in, it's hard candy Christmas. And I'm just like, ah! You know what I mean? Like, I just want to do that thing where you turn around and just walk right back out the door. Like, you know, it's like, you know, when you got to go to the bathroom or they got you. You know what I mean? You got to sit there on the toilet and hum along with hard candy Christmas. You know, like, they got you. Let's see. Biscuit C says, I work for Crete, had a 2020 Cascadia and gross 16 to 18 a week. No complaints. Trucks go 65. Yeah, no, that's about what you would average on that kind of pay. You know, 53 cents a mile starting out, you know. God, if you do 3,000 miles a week, you're at, you know, there's your 1,600 right there. My tooth looks weird. Sorry. The light was catching my tooth. I was like, is my tooth broke? More than I already knew it was. Let's see. Biscuit C says trucks go 65. Yeah, that's where it's at. Biscuit C, that's a 1099 or W2. I'm assuming Crete's a W2. I don't think Crete would pay you on a 1099. They're legit, man. They got like, I don't know how many trucks they got. They got a lot. I would say Crete's probably close to 10,000 trucks. Am I wrong? I mean, they're a big company. You know, they got a drop yard. They're one of those companies, like every like major freeway intersection, they got a terminal. They just built a huge terminal in Knoxville down there. I don't know if y'all seen that going down 40. They built that a few years back. That thing is massive, though. Let's see. Cash Rudders is awesome for the food. I prefer them over Sheetz, Wawa, and Royal Farms. All right. Yeah, if they're better than Wawa, boy, you're saying something right there. Because I like Wawa. So, yeah, I'll check them out, man. There's one, I don't know what road that's on. It may be 61. Honest to God, I'm thinking it might be 61. There's one right there. I don't know. I would have to double check it. But there's like a road I cut through, or maybe it's on 99, Interstate 99. I come down. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But there's a Rudders right there, and yeah, I've thought about staying there a couple times, but I'm always in such a doggone hurry. You know, like, well, not staying there. I shouldn't say stay there. I meant to say I've thought about stopping there. You know. Because they never look like they're super busy, but, I mean, they're always clean and look well maintained. I got to get into one of those things. I got to get in there. Biscuit C says that's a W2. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had the best insurance plan they had, and it was $37 a week. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Schaefer and Crete right now, they sound pretty damn good. I got to be honest, as far as, you know, a company driver, like, position, it don't sound bad, man. That's a good pay rate. And practical miles. Oh, Say it with me. Practical miles. Um, so yeah. We may have to start putting some young bloods on over there. Let's see. They match you up to 4% on your 401k too. All right, man, that's a good deal. I like that. That's like getting a 4% raise right there. Tony Truman, hey guys, what's up, Tony? Rick N says, yeah, I don't want to be company, so I've only looked into lease. All right, yeah. I don't know. I think people should do company first. Like I really do. I really do. It's just looking back on it. Uh, doesn't snow equal higher rate? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. If people come to work, it does. Sometimes these warehouses though, man, they can be a pain. Nobody comes to work. Let's see. But normally, yeah, if it's snowing out, I ask for more money. You better believe it, man. Anything I can use to nickel and dime more money, I go for it. Is Trail Liner a decent company to work for? I have never heard of Trail Liner. Where is Trail Liner out of? I might look it up here in a minute. We'll check it out though. 30 in the house, 29 likes. Hit that like button for me. If you could, if you got time, if you're not driving. If you're driving, don't worry about it. I get it. Drive-in starts out at 53 cents per mile and 2 cents a mile bonus for all miles and a quarter if you run over 28,000 miles. All right, so heck, if you get out there and hustle, they're going to bump you up. They're going to bump you up. That sounds like a pretty good deal, Biscuit. It really does. And they pay Rand McNally practical miles. Yeah, that's the way every company ought to do it. God, I'm so tired of these cheap companies paying HHG miles. First thing you should ask a company, and I've got a video, like if you go way back in the playlist, I got a video of questions you should ask a company. I've also got a video called it's like, are you getting ripped off? And I did a quick little analysis on HHG miles versus practical miles. It's about $10,000 less a year on average, and I did some low averages. I didn't do like big miles, big money. I did like normal money, normal miles, and it equaled about $10,000 that you're getting shorted, not getting paid practical miles. So keep that in mind. When one of these places tell you, oh, we pay 55 cents a mile, first thing you ask them, is that practical miles? Because if that's not practical miles, that's really equals about 50 cents a mile. Because they're going to short you 10% of your miles. And there's no reason for it. This day and age, I got Google on this phone. I can tell you how far it is from point A to point B all day on this phone. So it makes no sense to me. Alexander says Crete Schaefer are decent. Trucks go 64. I think they both pay low to mid 50s. Yeah, doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad to me. I meant to ask you, I had some questions for you. Over there where you're at, what do they require as far as experience? Do they hire guys out of school, or do they require a year? I think they require a year over there, don't they? Let's see. Carlos Danger says, I got 5 years, all endorsement, Cisco forcing me out the door. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer. Storm Trucking says, oh man, Carlos, that's a shame about Cisco. Yeah. I mean, if you want to stay on that, man, what's US Foods talking? What's McLean talking? In Minnesota, there's some good, like, small, like, regional food service companies up there too. When I left Cisco, I thought about it. Boy, I bit my inside of my cheek earlier, and oh my God, it's so sore. That's why I keep moving my tongue over there, man. Like, ow. I was thinking too much about my dinner and bit my cheek, and dang, it hurt. But yeah, Carlos, I don't know, man. Are you thinking over the road now, or are you going to try to get like a US Foods or something? Because if you got 5 years in at Cisco, man, you should be able to, like, you know what I mean? You should be like the man when it comes to when it comes to these food service and places like that. Oh, let's see. I kind of fogged my window up here, leaning up against the window. I was gonna look and see what the snow was doing. That window probably needed to be cleaned anyway. It's been a minute since I got out there and really cleaned the windows, inside and out. I clean the outside all the time, but still coming down pretty good. Still coming down pretty good. Let's see. Wow, that sounds great. Yeah. I honest to God, man, Schaefer, like I never looked them up. Just never a company I thought about, but that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Captain Flatbed says 59 ain't bad for a company man with benefits. Yeah, no doubt. Like you go over there, you make 59 cents a mile practical miles. I mean, like, and a 2-cent bonus, that puts you at 61 cents a mile. I mean, let's face it, man, you turn a 3,000 mile week, you're over $1,800 gross. You know what I mean? And you got 401k match, you got health insurance. Let me tell you, everybody wants to be an owner operator. Yeah, it's real cool. But then you realize how hard you work, and you don't always make more than a company driver. I think that's a mindset that's getting confused right now because rates are really good. I think a lot of people are getting it in their mind that rates are always like this, and fuel's always $2 a gallon. You got $4 freight, $2 fuel. Whoo! It's sweeter than yoo-hoo. But let me tell you, I've been in the opposite. I've been in it when it was $4 fuel and $2 freight. And let me tell you, everybody wasn't wanting to be an owner operator then. Everybody was going to these companies like this, So, being an owner operator is not always the most money. A lot of people think of that, but yeah, it's a misconception. I see a lot of YouTubers becoming owner operators right now, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not always best to get in when the rates are up. I'll put it like that, because you pay more for your truck. Now, I've always said the best time to become an owner operator is when you're ready to become an owner operator. When you got your money right, when you got your experience right, when you got your mind right. You know what I mean? Like when you've got it all together, that's the best time. I don't care what rates are. I don't care what trucks cost relative to the rates. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like go out and buy a $200,000 truck to run $2 a mile freight, but it's like the time is right when the time is right for you personally. I get emails and stuff. People ask me, they'll be like, do you think I should become an owner operator right now? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know you. Like, I try to get more information out of them. Like, like, do you have savings? What's going on at home? Like, because it's tough. It's tough. It's not a guaranteed. That's for sure. Let's see here. Let me catch up here. Rick Ian says profit sharing is a way to funnel money to corporate leaders. They have to give all employees some to keep it within the Internal Revenue Code, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that benefits the white collars, but at the same time, they don't have to give any to the they don't have to give any to anybody. So the fact that they're giving anything and they're paying at that rate, that's pretty good, because a lot of companies, like Western Express starts you out at 38 cents a mile, and they pay short miles. So you lose 10% on short miles. So now you're down to like less than 35 cents a mile. They got horrible benefits. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal if you look at it, overall. Captain Flatbed says 59 cents a mile. Do they guarantee certain amount every week, or are they lucky to get 1,200 miles? Um, yeah, I don't know. See, the only Crete driver I ever talked to was this guy. I mean, this was like 10 years ago. I mean, I had my Kenworth when I talked to this guy. Maybe not 10 years ago, but it was probably like 7 or 8 years ago. And he loved it. I mean, he had been there for like 15 years. He told me the whole company history. We were just riding across Tennessee one night, talking on the CB, and yeah, I mean, he told me the whole damn company history, and he thought they were really good. He loved it. Um, Actually, that was longer than that. I think I was driving for Averett back then. Yeah, I think that was that was a long time ago. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Biscuit C says I got 3 to 3,400 miles every week. Yeah, I would imagine they do a lot of drop and hook over there, right? I mean, when I was running dry van, there was a couple companies you always seen drop trailers. Schneider, JB Hunt, Crete. I mean, there was just like a few companies that had drop trailers every freaking where. Swift, mostly drop and hook on the dry van side. Yeah, there you go. Captain Flatbed says definitely worse out there. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, no, great tip, Schaefer. Yeah, man, I'm impressed with what they got to say there. Guaranteed detention, like being a reefer company at Schaefer to have guaranteed detention. Are you kidding me? Like Tyson Foods don't even pay detention no matter what. Like, so yeah, no, like, I mean, like I said, no, it's not all bad. That's for dang sure. Trucking on 95 said I may or may not be with Purdue. Okay. They pay 56 cents a mile and all time is paid. Say if you're gone from 0 to 1,400 but only drive for 6 hours of that, you get paid mileage plus 8 hours at $12.50. Okay, yeah, so they're basically like paying a detention at $12.50. Okay. Trucking on 95 says I'm home every 2 to 3 days. Don says nice snow. Yeah, it's still coming down. It's accumulating a little bit now. We maybe got an inch on the ground. I don't know, something like that. Got about an inch on the ground, it looks like. Anthony Drummond says, how's the company Hurricane? Nice equipment. Yeah. Stay away from Hurricane. It would be my opinion. There's a couple companies out there in Calvin Leaks. Calvin Leaks was talking about them the other day, reminded me of them. Western Distribution and Hurricane. They got pretty trucks, but they literally pay less because they got pretty trucks. So keep that in mind. Like, do you want to drive? And it's funny that they hire people, like they get these people to come work for this. They say, oh, you can have this big shiny blue and chrome Peterbilt, but we're going to pay you 34 cents a mile. What? 34 cents a mile? You got to be playing with me. No, they're not playing with you over there. That's the price to run that big pretty truck, 34 cents a mile. And these people sign up for it because they want a big shiny pretty truck. Blows my mind. Like, I drive a ragged, hot pink freaking FLD 120 with the freaking hood held on with bungee cords. If it paid the right price, I'm not lowering my pay so you can have a pretty truck. Like, I mean, that's the way Hurricane is too. Hurricane's like that. Put them chicken lights all over that truck for you and pay you, under 40 cents a mile. Or they want you to lease purchase, which, I don't know. I'm not a fan of lease purchase. Just go buy a truck. You know what I mean? I can't say it enough. If you want to go lease purchase, just go buy a truck. Because you're going to learn real quick that leasing is a losing option. It really is. Leasing. I did it twice, and I mean, it's the same everywhere. They control your freight. They control your truck. You know, just go be a company driver at that point. Get the benefits. Let's see. Captain Flatbed said, ouch, 63 would be crippling on a 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. Nah, I mean, you get used to it. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really don't care about the speed, you know, like, I might go 65 some days. Most days I'm in that, like, low 60s, 63, 64, 65. If I'm behind, I'll bump it up to 70, but it's rare that I go 70. Um, yeah, and I would never go over 70. It's just too hard on the equipment to go over 70. Okay, CRC says I'm at Crete. All right, good deal, man. That's good to know. Says I'm at Crete, 6 months experience, 51 cent base, 2 cent bonus, 2 cent surge added to base, 1 cent surge bonus, total of 56 right now. My truck goes 65. Okay, yeah, there you go. Getting 28 to 3,000 miles per week. Dang, man, that's pretty good. I gotta say. Um, you know, if you're at 56 cents a mile with 6 months experience, I guarantee you these people jealous of that. You know, call Swift, call JB Hunt, call Schneider, call Western Express. See where they're at 6 months experience. And are they getting paid practical miles? I doubt it. It's bad enough we had to hear Dolly, do you need to sing it too? Yeah, no. Misery loves company, Paul. I'm bringing everybody down. Captain Flatbed says Crete has 1099 drivers. They call me about 1 to 2 times a month trying to get my trucks with them. Crete has 1099 drivers. They call me 1 to 2 times a month trying to get my trucks with them. So Crete pays drivers on a 1099, or Crete has contractors? Because I know you can sign a truck on over there, you know, but I didn't know they had 1099 drivers. Like, I'm confused about that. Like, I don't know. I didn't think Crete would do that. Let's see here. Crete has about 5,700 drivers. Okay. So that's a massive company. I mean, let's face it, that's massive. Captain Flatbed says my company only has 15 drivers. Yeah, there's about 100 over here where I'm at. Biscuit C says who's your asset manager? OKCR. What's a asset manager? Is that like a fleet manager type thing, like a dispatch? I like how all these companies now, they call it something different, you know, like your driver manager, or your, you know, it's like I don't know. They got all these fancy terms like Maxim Ray says how Schaefer's pay. Yeah, we just went over that there, Maxim. It's let's see, who was it? OKCRC says you know, he's making, with 6 months experience, where'd that go? He's over there, 6 months experience, 51 cent base, up to, he's at 56 right now. So yeah, you know, like, that's pretty good pay. Practical miles too. Keep that in mind. That's about a 10%, you know, over. Because say you call Schneider, or say you call one of these other, I know Schneider, I always pick on them because they always say, you know, we pay more, you know, and it's like, yeah, they might pay a little more, but at the end of the day, they're like paying you 10% less miles than you're actually running. So yeah, they may pay 54 cents a mile or whatever, which I don't even think it's that good. They pay you like 45 cents a mile. Then they pay you short miles, which is really about 40 cents a mile. Oh, it's nice and toasty back there. Get some of that heat up here. Guess I need to shut my refrigerator. Probably help. Um, let's see. Um, Biscuit C says, "I'm with you now, Captain Flatbed. We have 19." All right. Um, Joel, 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 Joel is his Alexandra 6 months minimum. Okay, so um, that's good to know. That's good to know. If anybody wants to know about Schaefer, they just did a pay raise over there. Check them out. Um, Biscuit C says I had Kia extra pay for Canada and hazmat loads. All right, that's good. It's good to know. Storm Trucking said, "Where are you out of, Carlos?" Maxim Raid says, "I'm gonna call Schaefer. Pay me 57 cents in brand new truck. I'll come down and kick some reefer tail on them." Yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed detention pay over there. That's impressive, because a lot of companies. This is one of the things that totally ticks me off about reefer work is these companies are collecting this detention time and they're not sharing it with you. They're taking that detention and they're putting it right in their bank account. And the driver never sees a nickel of it. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna start telling some people to call Schaefer. Like Schaefer and Schuster. There's your two reefer companies, Schaefer and Schuster. Call them, check them out. Paul Harris looked it up for me. He says Crete Schaefer has 5,000 trucks, 13,000 trailers. Jeez Louise. Um, Precious Cargo in the house. What's up, Precious Cargo? Says it's freedom. Um, Rick N, being able to go home when you want is where the real value of being an owner operator is. Yes. But in my opinion, being a lease operator is not the freedom is reversed in that, because yeah, you can go home when you want to, but you can't really go home because they got that, high ass payment. And then on top of it, they control the truck and the freight. That's not freedom. When they control the truck and the freight, that's anti-freedom. I don't know. That's just my take. I mean, like, follow your bliss, do what you want. But I'm just saying, like, if you've never done a lease purchase, I can tell you right now from experience, you know, all these people on YouTube that talk about how awesome it is, maybe it's awesome if you don't know the other side of the coin. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were to just save up the money and go buy a truck, then you would have the freedom, because then you would be able to do what you want to with your own truck. When you're leasing it, it's their truck. I don't know. Captain Flatbed says the past 6 months, my truck account have been all negative between maintenance, high fuel, and low rates. We have struggled. You better have cash on hand to operate a truck before you buy one. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the business aspect of it. Don says, sounds like a great company. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad, does it? Captain Flatbed says, extremely hard to buy a truck and go week by week on receiving settlements just to pay it all back. Yeah. Yeah, it can be rough. Creek pays owner operators a dollar nickel to a dollar five per mile, or 67%. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of leasing on to a big mega fleet like that. Um, I don't know. I mean, you're going to be running a lot of miles. Is why I don't like it, because the money's in the miles. It's like being leased on to all these big mileage based things, and 67%. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's better deals out there than 67%. Um, like GP Transco does 80-20 split, and it's basically the same thing. Creek's probably got a little bit more drop and hook, but am I going to give up? Am I willing to give up 13% for more drop and hooks? I don't know. I don't know. Um, it just depends. It just depends. Kind of depends on what you want to do too, because GP Transco is probably more broker freight. So when the market's good, it pays more, but then when the market goes down, Crete's contract rate might be better. So just depends. Like there's no perfect scenario in trucking. It's give and take all day. Carlos Danger says, I broke my neck a year ago. Whoa, brother. When I fell out of a trailer and now have disability from it, so kind of out of the food game. So over the road, I'm going to get the settlement if I can get anyone to hire me. Okay. Um, yeah, like I was talking about GP Transco there. GP Transco, they count any tractor trailer experience is good to them. It doesn't have to be over the road as long as it's verifiable tractor trailer experience. That's what I was told from them. So, that might be something to check out. I'm not saying it's the perfect scenario. Again, here we go with that. But 80-20 split, it's dry van. Seems to be pretty simple. They dispatch you. You do the load. You get 80% of it. Let's see. Storm Trucking says, have you thought of getting on with OD or Estes? You have all your endorsements. I know multiple guys that work at both and that make great money through some terminals are hard to get into. Yeah, both of those pay very good. Estes and um, what's the other one? Pays okay. What I've heard, Dayton Freight. I think it's Dayton Freight. They just built a big place down there in Hampshire, Illinois. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Sorry, I was trying to look, seeing a reflection off of the window over there. I think it's my camera, my dash cam reflecting. It was kind of looking freaky. It was like somebody's face. I was like, what the hell is that? I thought someone was looking at me. Oh, me. But yeah, that might be a route to go. Cardinal Logistics keeps advertising on YouTube to me. Um, I don't know. They sound like they got it together. They're like home every night. I actually almost went to work for Cardinal in Minnesota. They had a contract like 10 minutes from my house, and it was delivering medical supplies to hospitals. Not like medication or nothing. It was um, like janitorial supplies and things like that. But it paid really good. So I don't know. Maybe check out Cardinal Logistics. Um, let's see here. Let me get caught up, man. I'm so far behind right now. Captain Flatbed says making pennies driving a show truck. Yeah, ain't that what you want to do with your life, Captain Flatbed? I can probably make a call. I can make a call for you. Oh man, blows my mind, dude. Making 34 cents a mile. I think it was something like that. It was like 34, 36 cents a mile, man. I was just like, who is signing up for this? Carlos Danger, I live in Nebraska, storm trucking. All right. Carlos, have you heard of Crete Carriers or Schaefer? Biscuit C, I get percentage pay now. I like it a lot. Okay, good job, good job. Island Boy in the house. What's up, Island Boy? Thanks for coming in. Says if you can lease a truck and take where you can make money and dispatch yourself is different. Is different history. Cash. What do you think? If you can lease a truck and take it where you can make money, just go buy a truck. Don't even lease it. Don't even get tied up in that, because it's made for them to win. It's not made for you to win. I hate to say that, because it's so simple to go to CFI and get a truck. It's easy to go to Prime and get a truck, but then, when you try to take that truck somewhere else, you got to meet their requirements. You got to jump through hoops. And I'm like, okay, well, say I've been paying on that truck for a year. I still got to jump. I mean, like, I don't know. To me, just go buy a truck. Like, I think a lot of people get into these leases, lease purchase and lease trucks and stuff like that, because they don't realize, like, it's not that hard to go buy a truck. It's really not. Check out thefundingbooth.com. Call them, talk to them. Just be a company driver for a little while. I can put it to you like this: those guys over there at a good paying company that got benefits, and the company's paying half of their insurance on Medicare and Social Security for them. A lot of those guys are better off than most lease guys are. If you break it all down at the end of the year, what you make, just go do that for a year. Run hard as a company driver. Go to one of these companies that pay really good and just wear it out. Just wear it out. And then a year into it, I had a guy in the chat earlier. I did a chat this morning. I don't know if you guys seen that, but there was a guy in there. He had been working as a company driver for 1 year. I can't remember who he worked for. Do you guys remember who he worked for? But he just went and been a company driver for 1 year, and he had saved up like $10,000 in the first year of being a company driver. He's getting in that ballpark of what I would tell you need to buy a truck and lease it on to a carrier. A good percentage based local smaller carrier. Not go lease it on for $1 a mile somewhere. At that point, just go be a company driver. A good percentage based carrier. That's more what I'm talking. Let's see. Captain Flatbed, contractors. Yeah. Crete has contractors and lease purchase. Yeah. Like I say, I think you're better off just being a company driver than a lease purchase guy, but to each his own. Storm Trucking says, Carlos, check out some of these LTL or dedicated dry van accounts. They usually have lots of local positions. If you want to stay local, since you can't do much physical jobs. Yeah. I mean, you never know, man. You just never know. Like, it depends on what you want. Do you want to be local? Do you want to go over the road? Okay, CRC says, I'm W2, but they also have owner-operators. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't think they had 1099 drivers. They got 1099 contractors. Asset manager, dispatcher. Yeah, that's what I thought was, every company's got their own little term, what they call them now. So, I was talking with a guy from USA Truck the other day, because I started at USA Truck, and I forgot what he kept calling it. I can't think of what he was calling it now. But yeah, I was like, you mean your dispatch? And he was like, yeah, dispatch. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I thought, I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. Asset manager kind of seems a little strange to me. But, back when I started driving, everybody was a dispatcher or a driver or, that type of thing. Captain Flatbed says, Rick in, yeah, you can go home anytime you want, but that recliner ain't paying the bills. That's true. That's kind of what I mean, like when you've got a $1,400 a week payment, man, like Yeah, you can go home when you want to, but you better not stay there too long. Better be doing those 10-hour breaks at the house. Whereas if you go buy a truck and lease it on, like just be a company driver for a year and then go buy a truck, lease it on to a carrier, and then like you can work 2 weeks of the month if you want to, because that truck payment's not eating you alive. I seen a truck payment today. A place was leasing a truck for $1,400 a month, and I was talking to somebody about that, and he explained to me that yeah, $1,400 a month or $1,400 a week is a ton of money, but if you go to Prime, it's more than that because they still take out a maintenance fund, they still take out all these other things, so that's expensive, man. Like $6,000 a month for a truck. Yeah, there's not going to be much home time in it. And I know a lot of guys love Prime. Like you see it on YouTube, man, they love Prime. And I don't like talking down a company, but I like being open and factual about what companies do. And that's me with Prime. I'm not just sitting here trying to take a poop on Prime to hurt somebody, that so I can say, hey, I told you so or whatever. But I just want like people to understand what's going on over there. These people on YouTube are getting recruiting bonuses, and Prime's not going to let them go on YouTube and say what's really going on over there. Prime would shut that down in a heartbeat. I mean, you think if I went on there, if I worked at Prime and I went on YouTube and I was like, Prime is this, Prime is that, Prime, and just talk negative and told everybody what was really going on, I don't think Prime would put up with it too long. I think Prime watches these channels. I think they promote certain channels, So I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I just want to be, I just want to put out there that, and it's not just Prime. I'm not picking on Prime. Like, lease purchases are tough. I mean, what's the success rate? A couple percent, maybe? I heard somebody say the other day, they shouldn't call it a walk-away lease. They should call it a limp-away lease. And I'm like, yeah, I call them leased purchase because you're going to make the least amount of money. But then again, I'm if that's where you want to go, that's do what you got to do. Biscuit C says, where the Huggies box? It's back there. Let me get my there, right there. Chili Dog says, hey there, Cash, Ricky, and honestly, Crete owner operator pay worse than Prime. I'll just leave that right there. Yeah, that any of those dollar a mile leases, man, it's like I don't get it. Like, had a I forgot where I was at the other day. There was a Dart guy. I think it was Trucking Answers. There was a guy from Dart. He was leased on to Dart. Had his own truck, or maybe he was leasing one from them. Yeah, I think he was leasing one from them. But he was making $1.05 plus a 16-cent fuel surcharge, so he was at $1.21 a mile. I mean, that's literally half of what the going rate for dry van is right now. Dry van's like $2.40 a mile right now. And they're paying $1.20 something. Like, yeah, no. I agree with you on that, Rick. I agree with you. Biscuit C says Crete owner operator has a 25% turnover rate. Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things, man. It's tough to make money. Look at it like this, okay? If the company driver at Crete is making, let's just say 55 cents a mile, and the owner operator's making $1.20 a mile, well, fuel is probably at least 20 cents a mile. I'm sure they got some sort of crazy discount over there, but it's still probably 20 cents a mile. So now you're down to $1. All right. Now you got to pay 15% of your wages into Medicare, which is a 7% drop from what it would have been. So now you're down to like 92.5 cents a mile. Now you gotta, like, now you gotta maintain the truck. So you need 15 cents a mile for maintenance. So 92 goes down to 77 cents a mile. Now you got to buy some health insurance, coming down even more. Now you got to file your taxes 4 times a year, quarterly. That's a bunch of effort. You know, I mean, like, why are you putting in all that effort owning that truck? You know, it's like, at the same point, just go be a company driver. Um, you know, Rick Ian, but Creek company position sounds pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad, Rick. Not bad at all. Captain Flatbed says uh, we pay percentage. My drivers take home average 15 to 2,000 weekly. We pay well, but we haul some tough loads, oversized and heavy, a lot of, and also get a little more for adverse weather loads. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's one way to handle it. Biscuit C says, yeah, we run mostly down south, home every weekend and get 30%. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good percentage. Mostly straightforward loads, nothing special. Captain Flatbed says, I wouldn't recommend lease purchase from a trucking company. A bank or loan office is so much better, lower interest rates, and lenient on payments. Yeah, they'll work with you, and at the same time, you know, like when it's time to put new tires on that truck, and this is why I left my second lease purchase deal. God, let me learn how to talk. I left the second lease purchase I did, and you know, that's why I try to tell nobody to do it, because I was dumb enough. I did it twice. But the second one paid a little better, but they controlled the truck, and that's killed me. They put the wrong kind of tires on the truck, and it totally messed up the gear ratio. You know, they put tall rubber on it when it was supposed to have low profile, and it messed up my gear ratio. It made the trailer ride like this, you know, like not to that degree, but the trailer rode up because the trailer had low profile. And I told him, I said, you know, I go in there and I'm like, that's the wrong size tire y'all put on that truck, you know, because I went home for the weekend and left the truck. They said, oh, yeah, we're going to put the new tires on it. And mind you, I hadn't run enough miles on that truck for it to need a set of tires. You know what I mean? Like, they gave me a truck that had half tread on it, and they didn't charge me half price for them tires. So see, they control your truck. They'll do little things like that, and they will take your maintenance fund when they want to. Like, you're not in control of that maintenance money. That annoys the heck out of me about lease purchase. And then when you leave, yeah, they take in that maintenance fund. You ain't getting that back. Even if you complete the lease, they'll find little ticky-tack stuff that needs to be fixed on the truck, and they'll take your maintenance fund. Like, nobody walks away with a maintenance check. Like, you know, it just... I shouldn't say nobody. 1% probably walks away with it, if that. But yeah, they put the wrong size tires on there. I went there and said, hey, it's the wrong size tires for this truck. Oh, no, they'd be all right. I said, no, I paid for the tires. I want the right size tires on there. Oh, well, we got a deal on those. I don't care if you got a deal on them or not. I'm the one that buys the fuel for this truck. When you go to screwing with the gear ratio, who pays the fuel? Me. Like, I paid for the tires. It was my money. You took, you know, my money. It was a maintenance account. My money. I earned it. But yeah, they gonna tell me what size tire to put on the truck. Like, stuff like that will drive you mad. It will drive you mad. See, Captain Flatbed, yeah, run it, get it from the bank. Captain Flatbed says, geez, $1,400 a week. Equipment payment is crazy. That's a lot of my equipment payments are $1,000 a week. I could go lower, but I like aggressive, lower interest loans. Yeah, that's how I am. Less payments and bigger payments, but less payments. The banks kind of like that. You know, they want to, you know, it's money has a time value, and the more you drag out the loan, the higher the interest rate normally. But yeah, $1,400 a week for a truck. I seen a place today. Storm Trucking says, got to take a quick nap before a route tonight. I'll catch the rest on the replay. Good luck, Carlos. Yeah. Good luck, Carlos, man. That's rough to get hurt at work like that. Let's see here. Almost 2 hours into this thing, man. We're flying through it. Captain Flatbed says, safe travels. Yeah, be good out there, Storm Trucking. Be safe, man. Rick N says, my concern with Prime is the fleet manager and dispatchers can choose which loads you get based upon your needs because they know your expenses, which means crappy pay if no truck payment. Yeah, so therefore I would just avoid it altogether because, if they're going to play games like that, see, that's why I don't like stuff like that because, you know what I mean? I don't want my income and my money based off of some jackass that, his old lady could be holding out on him. He could be having, some marital issues, and all of a sudden he comes to work and I have to bear the brunt of it, and I don't make no money for the week because I said something like, hey man, can I get a load sometime today? Or, what's the deal? Why am I setting? All of a sudden I'm on his shit list. Excuse me, shouldn't have said the S word. But anyway, I'm on his, crap list for freaking 15 weeks, no thank you, man. Avoid that crap like that at all costs. You know what I mean? Like, at least if you're a company driver and they start doing that to you, you can go to a different company. You got no skin in the game. But if you're leasing a truck from them, what are you going to do? You're going to give up on it. Say you've been paying on that truck for 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 2 years. You're going to give up on that truck at 2 years? They got you. Like, that's where they got. That's why I say don't do it. It's a gotcha thing. They got you. Let's see here. Biscuit C, they pay fuel surcharge also. Not sure how much it is. It's probably about 15 cents a mile with current fuel prices. I would guess. That's what that guy said Dart was paying right now. And if I did the math on, sorry, got something stuck to my lip there. Yeah, dang swear jar, man. I was doing so good. I almost went 2 hours. Let's see here. Fuel surcharge. Let's figure this up. So I just went by Love's and fuel was $2.30 something. So let's say $2.34.9, because you know how they like to put that little 9 in there. Let's say the base rate's $1.60. $1.60, that leaves 74 cents. Divide that by, we'll meet you in the middle. We'll say 6.5. Yeah, whoo, that is a rough fuel surcharge. 11 cents. Ouch, kabibble. Let's just say it was 6. There you go. There's 12 and a half. Ouch. Ouch. So $1.05 plus 12 cents. $1.17 a mile. $1.17 a mile. Oof. Yeah. So there you go. That tells you what's going on there. Captain Flatbed says, blow a tire and you're down to making 10 cents. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, man. These rates, like, they kill me with this. Like, if you were like a company driver versus making $1 a mile, I think you're taking no risk other than, you could be wasting your time. You don't know the company. But I'm just saying, like, the risk involved in owning a truck, $1 a mile blows my mind. Like, where's my incentive to take the risk? Like, there's no upside. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why that mileage rate kills me like that. Like, it's like, my upside's capped at $1.05 a mile. Like, what happens when we're pulling really good freight? Like, because at $1 a mile, like, how bad could freight go that you're only getting like, just saying. Yeah, there's no downside, but boy, there's definitely no upside either. Chili Dog says, Cash, do you think it's a bad idea to start CDL training in the dead of winter? Because I'll be going right out with a trainer. Heck no, it ain't, man. You gonna have to drive in the winter no matter what. So I went to truck driving school. I started on like the middle of January. I started right at like Yeah, yeah. I went to truck driving school. It took 3 weeks, and I like the first or second day of February, I left truck driving school. So like I went like right after the new year, like after everything opened back up, like on the, I don't know, fifth or sixth day of the year, I was on a Greyhound off to truck driving school. So no, man, get it while you can. And honestly, you there's some benefit to being with a trainer during winter. You know what I mean? Like if they're a good trainer, they're not gonna, they probably won't put you in a position, and I'm not saying all of them won't, but I'm gonna say if you get a decent trainer, they may not throw you to the wolves in the middle of a snowstorm. They may run that for you. Just saying, could be a good thing. Rick N says prime lease purchase requires 14,000 down and 1,200 a week. Holy smacks! I did not know that, Rick. Whoa. 14,000 down. Holy smokes, 1,200 a week. A person can take that 14,000, approximately 10%, and buy a brand new truck and pay 700 a week for a new truck. Yeah, man. Like 14,000 down, son. Come on, man. Like, I mean, this truck I got right now, I gave 38,000 for this truck. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a third of the price right there. 14,000 down. That's over a third, but you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, I could have put 33% down on this truck with that, and you know what I mean? That's craziness, man. That's craziness. Yeah, and I mean, you're taking all that risk of, like, man, that is amazing. Who takes that kind of risk and for that kind of reward? It just kills me. Biscuit C says quarter for this cuss jar. Yeah, it makes me so mad I said that, man. That does. I was doing so good. Let's see. Rick N says, I'm not saying they do hold out on people because they have low payments, but because that could worries me. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I say own the asset, because when people start playing games, business ain't a game to me. Here where I'm at, I turned down. I had one guy in the office call me the other day. He called me literally every 15 minutes. Hey, I got a load to Salt Lake. I told him I don't go out west in the winter. He's like, oh, I know, because they got little notes on every driver, like what they're looking for, and he's like, I know, but it's paying this, and it was a good paying rate, and I just told him, I said, nah, I don't go out west. He goes, he's like, this same broker's got a backhaul if that's what you're worried about. I said, no, I just don't like going out west, and he goes, oh, okay. And he calls me back like a few minutes later. He's like, hey, I got a load. It loads out the day after tomorrow, but it's paying really good. I said, no, I want to load out tomorrow. So hung up, calls me back 15 minutes later. Hey, I found a load that loads out tomorrow, going to where you just came from, pays this. Do you want it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to work at a place where when I start turning down loads for reasons that, like, you know what I mean? I want to control my business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like people be passive aggressive with me because I'm making business decisions that are best for me. And I've heard that from prime guys on YouTube before, a long time ago. There was a guy talking about that, like how, if you start turning down loads, they get all, huffy and puffy, and I mean, I've heard that about other mega carriers too. I'm not just talking, like, I don't want people to think I'm just like hate Prime. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. I just want to call out the injustices of trucking. And I get a lot of questions about Prime because Prime advertises a lot. Prime has a ton of people on YouTube. And so when you start, when you put yourself out there like that, they're the biggest reefer carrier in the country. Like, I just want people to see the other side of the coin. So it's not like I'm just ragging on Prime. It's just, it's most of these in general. Because, I mean, Like, do I think any of these other mega carriers are cutting people any better deals? No, I do not. Like, a lease purchase is just not designed for the driver. Like, it's it's designed for one thing, and that is to take advantage of drivers that don't go get their own truck. Like, if you just go get your own truck, it changes your whole mindset, Like, it changes everything on what a carrier can do to you. You know what I mean? Like, now, given I don't want to switch carriers every day or every other day, it's like these guys that quit one mega carrier to go to another mega carrier, then that don't work and they go to another mega carrier. And it's like, I told my best friend, he went from one mega to another, and I said, it's like same thing, just a different name on the side of the truck. It's the same exact, process. It's the same exact crap. Like, so yeah, I'm not just picking on one of them. I mean, I think they're all pretty, one-sided. It's all about them winning. It's not about the driver winning. Says, well, Prime has age restrictions on their fleet. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you got to be a company driver, you got to be a company driver as far as that goes. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know a lot of you guys want to be owner operators, and I'm not. I don't want to smash a dream. I want to help you realize that dream. But I also don't want you to get abused just to be an owner operator. You know what I mean? Like, that's the key to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. It is. It's tough. Let's see. Biscuit C says, got to pay for those hot tubs at the terminal. Yeah, no doubt, man. Like that one mega fleet that's got the private jet. That blows my mind. Like, they can afford a $50 million jet. Like, holy crap, are they ripping people off? I mean, they're not sharing that money. And people sign up for it. And, I've kind of got to the point where I'm like, if people sign up for it, then, more power to them. That's all I can say. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says, have those hot tubs been sterilized? Yeah, no doubt. Whew. Can you imagine some truck drivers in a hot tub? Excuse me. Excuse me for a minute. Whew. I almost threw up there for a minute. God almighty. I was just thinking the soupy mess and the ring that would be in that when they drain the water. If the water would drain. trying to get that water to go down that drain would be a whole other experience, wouldn't it? Let's see here. Wild Bill says, I think most people don't truly understand when they lease purchase. Yeah, I know. And that's a big part of why I talk about it like I talk about it, because there's there's so many people on YouTube that are talking it up, and it's like when when you make a decision and you do something, and then for you to admit that you made a bad decision, you have to admit that you made a mistake, and that's hard for people to do. Like, I mean, I'm not above them, but I can tell you this: I made 2 mistakes in my life for sure. Made a lot more than that, but in trucking, I made 2 big ones, and they were both lease purchases. And I think that's a big thing on YouTube. You get a lot of people that are in a lease purchase, and they don't want to admit it, and they get on there, and maybe they do think it's the best thing ever, because maybe they went from being, at CR England making $400 a week, or CRST making $400 a week, and then all of a sudden they do a lease purchase and they're making $1,000 a week. Well, that's a huge bump in pay, but they also didn't do the research. They don't understand how the tax implications of that's going to work. They don't understand how they're now a business owner. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, yeah, your money went up a little bit, but you don't understand you don't understand your whole situation. Now, I know Rick a little bit from just, the comments he leaves. I think he understands the implications of the taxes and the owning a business, that type of thing. But let me tell you, lease purchase, when they get you in there, it's a whole nother world, man. It's a whole nother world. Like, they got you and they know it. Like, they put a ball and chain around your ankle, and they tattoo property of whoever the mega carrier is. They tattoo right there, property of, mega carrier, because you're theirs. They own you. Like, they own you. That's just my opinion of it, though. Let's see. Lease purchase, in my opinion, is the equivalent of the Hardaways on the craps table. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like slavery, and I don't mean that to be mean or whatever, but it's the closest thing to slavery to me. They got you doing their bidding, and they tell you how much you're gonna make, even though you're taking all the risk, you're doing all the work, and then they tell you, oh yeah, here's what you're gonna make. Like, just, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Let's see here. Let me run through these guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. We've been on here 2 hours. We've got a lot of good information out there, I think. Learned something about Schaefer. Didn't know that much about Schaefer earlier today. Captain Flatbed says, you're right, Wild Bill. Some just don't know, lacking experience. Yeah. That's how they get them, too. Like I've heard those stories about C.R. England, get them out there in school and then go, oh, we don't have any company trucks available, but we got lease purchase trucks available. They're the same trucks. They're the same trucks. You just don't want to pay taxes on people. Oh, that annoys me when they do that. Like, I would tell them, well, you ain't got no trucks. Deuces. But see, the problem is, here's the thing, guys. If there's any new people out there watching this, when you go to truck driving school, you make sure the company you go with does not have a no-compete clause in the contract. That way, if you don't like what's going on, you can go over here and work for this other company. You can go over there and work for that. But they put that no-compete in there, and that really screws your career up, because a lot of companies won't mess with you if that's in there. So just remember that. That's like, that's like herpes for your truck driving career, because it'll pop up at the least opportune moment, and then you'll be out of luck. Let's see. Let me run through these. Where was I at? What is the Wilson Logistics trucks hauling prime trailers? Yeah, I mean it's just a company that hauls Prime's trailers for them. There's a few of those out there. Just don't lease purchase from them. If I can get one thing across, it's don't do lease purchase from them. Let's see. Rick N, yeah, I won't get abused. I've already saved $50K to purchase a truck. See, there you go. Come into the industry with a head on your shoulders. I can't necessarily say I did the same thing. I was pretty young and dumb when I came into trucking, and boy, I got taken advantage of pretty good with what I got paid and how hard I ran. But lease purchase wasn't a big thing when I came into the industry. It started right after I came into the industry. So luckily, I may have fell into the pitfall sooner than I did. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says, yeah, turn down a load, then sit the rest of the day while they look for another. The heck with that. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's, and I know the guys in the office here, like we hang out, you know what I mean? We eat together. I know these people, you know what I mean? Like I go in there when they're having lunch sometimes, I'll go get lunch and come eat lunch with them. I know these people. We're friends. And, that's why I like smaller carriers, because, when I told him I didn't want that load, he wasn't trying to hard sell me that load because, he was like emotionally tied to it. He just let me know, hey, it's paying really good. And I was like, and then he was like, hey, I already got a backhaul for it if you want it. Um, but he didn't care that I turned that down. He was like, all right, let me see what else they got. And I ask him, like, I ask them every time whenever they call me with a load, and they're like, hey, we got a load going here, doing this commodity, this weight, whatever. And I'm just like, I ask them, I said, do you think that's the best we can do, or like, what's your take on it? Like, you think we'd be better off to sit and wait till in the morning, or do because these guys watch these loads boards all day. You know what I mean? They know what's going on. They know what a good rate is. And sometimes maybe they think I want to get running. And I'm like, well, I'd rather wait till in the morning if it pays better in the morning. So we talk it out a little bit. But I doubt the big mega carriers are gonna talk with you like that and do. Rick Ian says the mega company with a good program, in my opinion, is Schneider, since drivers can pick their own loads. Eh, uh, yeah, I don't know. I've heard some horror stories about that. Um, yeah, I mean, Schneider pays those short miles too, man. It kills me with those short miles. Um, yeah, I used to watch a guy that was doing that Schneider load board, and some of those rates were pretty atrocious. Like 80 cents a mile to come out of Dallas. 80 cents a mile as an owner operator. Like, But yeah, it's a cool premise, but um, it is a cool premise, but um, I don't know. Biscuit C says, might as well just go to Landstar if you want to pick your own loads, make more money, literally pick off their load board. Yeah, you got to have a year, I think, to go to Landstar. I don't know if you have to have any experience to get on that Schneider choice board or not, but I've heard Schneider kind of puts a deflated rate on those boards. You know what I mean? I've heard that. I don't know for experience, but I've heard that. And I don't know how credible the source was that I heard that from. So by all means, don't just take my word for it. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says owner operator is a completely different situation than freedom and picking any load you want. You got to take some bad with the good. At times, research the areas you're wanting to run so you can expect what rate to pull. Yeah, I can pick my own loads, but I got to be honest with you. It takes time to book your own loads, and it's time I don't have to sit around and deal with it. I'd rather have people in the office book it because I trust them and I know them and they know what I want. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, and let's be honest with it. When you can book your own loads, but you're going to go where the freight dictates. You know what I mean? Like, you can say, I only want loads to this city, or I only want loads under 20,000 pounds. May not be a load to that city that day. May be no light loads, or you're more than welcome to sit there and wait. But if you're trying to get going, then like, the freight dictates. Wild Bill says, yeah, in this, have to get up at midnight. All right, Wild Bill. Go get a nap. Yeah, past Wild Bill's bedtime. Carlos Danger says, thanks, Cash and Storm Trucking. Great live show. Yeah, we wish you the best, Carlos. Captain Flatbed says, drop a deuce on their lobby floor and tell them that's what you think of their lease purchase. Oh, that shiny linoleum, man. Come on, man. They just waxed that tile, man. Rick Ian says, honestly, I do my own authority. I'm pretty good at paperwork. Yeah, if you're good at, like, reading the IRS, wording, and you don't mind doing some paperwork, authority's not a bad way to go. You know, sometimes you make more money doing your own authority, sometimes you don't. It just depends on what you want. Um, but yeah, Rick, I mean, if you've got money, have you called about insurance rates? I mean, you may be better off just to do the authority than to go to Prime and let them jack you around. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got a good driving record in certain states, you know, you may be better off to. I mean, I wouldn't recommend you go get your authority day one. I would say at least go drive for a company for 90 days. You know, at least put a month in at a company just to see if you like trucking. You know what I mean? Like, like just see if you know, because I wouldn't want somebody to buy a truck, set up an authority, and then just be like, I cannot stand this. This is the worst thing ever. You know, so like, you know, get your CDL, go over to, you know, Swift or somebody for you know, for 90 days. Probably bring your insurance rate down a lot too if you did that. You know, like, and then bounce on them after 90 days. You know, get your CDL yourself. Don't get a contract, that way they don't sue you later on. And yeah, maybe the way to go, Rick. May be the way to go. Just go throw 30 to 90 days at a mega carrier just to get you know, just to get a little bit of experience. And then you know, while you're doing that, you can be you know, shopping for trucks and things like that. Let's see. Captain Flatbed says, Rick, good luck. That's a lot of headache while driving every day. A lot of guys have own authority and end up just leasing on to eliminate the stress. I hope the best for you, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be as productive as a truck driver because you're going to have to be handling the authority part of it as well. But it can even out. You know what I mean? Like, it can even out. Let's see. Chili Dog, thanks, Cash. Good live. You're losing your voice. Yeah. This is we're going on probably 3.5 hours of live shows today. I recorded a video. Yeah, I'm putting in that work. Rick Ian says, I want to practice on Primes or Schneider's trucks for 3 to 4 months. Yeah, sounds like it may be worth giving old Schaefer a call. Get your license and give Schaefer a call, man. But yeah, Rick, you sound like you got a good plan there. You know, Blazer 68 says, hey there, I'm Blaster 420 from the other day. Had to change my name. New life, new career, no 420. Yeah, that's for sure. Just got my 2-year med card today. Congratulations. Speaking with Wilson Recruiter. Good job. I would say stay away from that lease purchase. Just my take. I mean, do what you want, but I'm not a fan of lease purchase. You can go back and listen to the rest of this. If you really want to know what I think about lease purchase, go back and listen to this on the replay. Rick Ian says, but the insurance depends on the truck, but $24,000 for $2 million, etc. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the truck, like, you know, and you can check with the you know, go to the truck dealership and just look at a truck you might be interested in buying, and grab the VIN number off of it while you're there, and, you know, just call the insurance company and you know, just tell them what's up, you know. But I mean, if you're going to go 3 to 4 months at a mega carrier, I would wait till you know, I don't think I'd go talk to the insurance company right now, because I think you would be wise to go, you know, for 3 to 4, 5, 6 months, you know. Let's see. Biscuit C, why Blazer 68 when you can blaze 69? Yeah, 68 and they owe you one, right? All right, guys, I'm out of here on that one. I'm out of here. Y'all take care of each other out there. You know, stay out of the snow. It's still coming down a little bit here. We got a little bit still falling. They said it's supposed to end around midnight. We'll wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for everyone coming in. 24 in the house still. Can't believe it. That's a ton of people for me. 39 likes. Be sure to smash it on the way out if you hadn't got it already. And, you know, if you need something to do, I got like 250 videos and 80-something lives you can go back and watch. Check them out. Later.